Hello, and thank you for visiting my channel, Coin Lady. There are a total of 21 million Bitcoin coins in circulation, while there are 100 million XRP coins. An XRP would be worth $2,380 if there were only 21 million coins in circulation. What gives, with the relatively low price of XRP compared to Bitcoin? Why has Bitcoin been so popular, and why is it currently trading at a significant premium above XRP? We'll discuss some of these points in this video. And it ought to provide us with some indications as to what XRP ought to do to get the elevated prices that we seek. However, public opinion will serve as the basis for the initial one. A lot of people also see Bitcoin as a way to keep their wealth safe. Also, I think this is a fascinating perspective. For the simple reason that Bitcoin's intended function is to function as both a medium of exchange and a medium of value storage, operating independently of centralized financial institutions like banks. What this Bitcoin pioneer did create, though, was a story. We must not overlook the significance of that narrative for Bitcoin. It served as a digital gold store of value. This reminds me of something that occurs with the US dollar, in my opinion. The reason why this is $1 is that it is $1. Am I correct? All we're doing is implying that, and you're free to do the same. Additionally, Bitcoin has undergone a similar process. Because of its nature, this serves as a store of value. The problem is that it lacks substance. Just because something has been written about it doesn't imply it actually is, and Bitcoin definitely has some good points. Looking at XRP, we notice, and we've been saying this for a while, that its full worth will become apparent when it begins to be retained and kept as a store of value. The reason for those wildly fluctuating prices is this. XRP transactions are not it. Since XRP tokens are only temporarily removed and subsequently reinserted, the public's belief in XRP's stability as a store of value, rather than the amount of transactions, will drive up its price. And this is where Bitcoin excels when XRP falls short. Something else, this is the most annoying part, to consider. One is the lack of ambiguity surrounding Bitcoin's regulatory status. The fact that XRP is not a security in and of itself has led to regulatory clarity for the cryptocurrency. Looking at it in that way, you might conclude that XRP offers the most complete protection from a legal standpoint. It has survived the legal proceedings and emerged victorious. The question then becomes, why does Bitcoin currently enjoy regulatory certainty while XRP does not? From a legal standpoint, we do have it, but according to these bigger corporations, XRP simply does not have the same kind of freedom as Bitcoin. Once more, this boils down to that. All of this makes perfect sense, so this must be the reason behind the threads being pulled. There is no logic to any of it. The idea that Bitcoin, by its very nature, is a store of wealth has spread. Just because something is mentioned and then everyone is told to believe it doesn't mean it actually happened. Furthermore, the regulatory side of things appears to be following the same pattern as before. Bitcoin has regulatory permission in theory, at least according to the claims made about it. In practice, however, this is not always the case. It's true that no one else has XRP. So, in my opinion, the most crucial aspect of this whole affair is how the public perceives it, and by extension, the narrative that is produced. None of the assets' practicality is relevant. It makes no difference how competent they are. It all comes down to the story that is told about them. Indeed, this is another feature that Bitcoin possesses, but XRP does not. Once more, a story about decentralization. Here we have a decentralized XRP ledger. The story being told about Ripple and XRP is that it is centralized since a few people possess a lot of XRP, but it's open source, so anyone can duplicate it if they really want to. In Bitcoin, it's not too different, is it? The one Satoshi Nakamoto. There are only a handful of wallets that contain the great bulk of Bitcoin, yet why is it treated differently despite the fact that those are identical? This is a story. The story is unique. Although XRP is far more decentralized than Bitcoin, the public is led to believe the opposite, and XRP is never considered decentralized due to this. The general public see it as a march towards crypto centralization. As a result, XRP Ripple, or perhaps just you and I, must introduce this storyline that if the public is going to see XRP and the XRPL in that light, it will have to become widely used, which is why the entire XRP ledger is decentralized. And here we have Bitcoin, which has dabbled but has not yet really committed to anything. Worldwide acceptance and acclaim is the reason for it, and I will explain it to you shortly. Naturally, Bitcoin has all that notoriety. Adoption, though, is a real challenge. We are developing Bitcoin acceptance when you look at it from the interinstitutional perspective. However, and most importantly, Bitcoin is simply not very adept at performing the tasks necessary for its widespread adoption. Am I correct? At the time of its debut, Bitcoin represented a positive shift away from centralized finance and towards decentralized finance, which was a big deal. During that period, it had an impact. However, that function has now been rendered obsolete due to advancements in technology. Therefore, it is crucial that XRP and Ripple maintain their current levels of adoption and worldwide awareness. Due to all I've mentioned, having a decentralized system and being considered a valuable asset. In the cryptocurrency industry, the narrative that needs to be advanced is one of clear regulations. Also, we require more volume and liquidity because Bitcoin's network and liquidity are so much higher. Therefore, a larger XRP market would be necessary in the end. More developers are required to begin competing in that capacity. This may need the development of additional apps for the XRPL and the expansion of that ecosystem. This means that additional incentives for development on these blockchains are required. Additionally, those attempting to develop their own blockchain-based platforms and applications want greater assistance. For the XRP ledger to attract users and generate a network effect, it must be easily accessible so that anyone, regardless of coding skills, may launch a simple business. Then there's one of the major ones, and everything contributes to this story: the influence on media and the influence on culture. The media's promotion of Bitcoin has contributed to its cultural effect. This is because both Bitcoin and XRP are subject to the same narrative manipulation. Furthermore, I believe that we are not in a position to exert control over any of it, therefore we refrain from pulling the strings. In a sense, all we can do is sit back and wait for the right people to pull the strings in our favor. As a result, it's likely that various influential people will talk about XRP more frequently. If you want to see real price appreciation in this asset, you need to do what Bitcoin has done: spin a narrative about XRP, and there are a lot of people out there doing a great job of communicating it. We should support these people by giving them more subscribers, views, and likes so that their overall view of XRP can grow. As for the technology, I hope you've figured out by now that XRP does the best payments in the world, but that's not the point. More collaborations are with us than with any other company. And sure, we are going to face all of that. In the end, though, what's required to propel XRP's price into the global realm and into the everyday discourse of ordinary people is a story built on a number of the points I've made today. And that rethinking of XRP's role as anything other than a transactional currency, even though it is, can, and excels at that. The concept that XRP can also serve as a store of value must be weaved into it, though. That is what's going to cause prices to skyrocket. There is an increase in activity, the spinning of additional narratives, and price increases during a bull run. You can see the logic behind it. During a bull run, these things are bound to occur. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I'll see you later.